Hi guys, good night. How are you? It's been like the whole weeks, or even 2 weeks since the last time I make this kind of video. For this week we will start again, and this stage is different from the previous stage because in this start from this point we will be uh, like a consultant from the CEO or the leadership of the company that we discuss from the article. So for tonight, we will review an article from Finch, one of the biggest water company, and the article start with how Tim Billings, the president and CEO of Finch at that time, was confusing at his office. He sat back in his chair and contemplating on how he will make uh, for the next move because at the time teams get an email from Ellie Saunders. For information, Ellie Saunders was head of water products that have been in the company for decades or even more. So she sends the email to inform Jim Billings about what they facing because uh, Ellie informed to Bill that three of the best sales people will be resigned because the things in company that work not too well because at the time the crisis was big because there are so many fragments in the company. The workers was very fragmented, especially from two division, from water product and from solution division. Because in that emails, Ellie said that uh, her division is like a cash cow because the money that division make was flow to another division, especially from the subsidiaries company that Jim Billings uh, start in I think 2004 if I'm not wrong, and at that time Jim's make like 12 subsidiaries company, and at the beginning of that program it seems worked so well, but the cost was very big, the was very big, but the return or the gain not that good for that betting. You know, some of entrepreneur things was how brave the leader want to take the risks, right? Like betting on something that not not always become good choice like this one. So let's start with the beginning of this company, right? So the Stonefinch originally was founded by a family in 2005. It's founded by a Stone family and very traditional family. Conservative. How they build the company, how they uh, make the structure of the company was very traditional and very hierarchy, and it's very central and very according to the family. Uh, but for some reason it works pretty well or even very well for like 25 years. Um, the company, the Stonewater, was manufacturing water and wastewater treatment equipment. So the reason why this company success at the beginning from the 1975 until like 2000 in the early 20 21 21st century, because uh, the ability of large scaling manufacturing, operational efficiency, and strong distribution channels, and also they have like a good reputation for reliability. But one of the problem that came from this model was this company uh, is not innovation driven, so it's very steady, but there is no significant innovation for like 25 years of that company, of the run of the company. So instead of make bold innovation, the company just follow the idea of the competitors, and then they compete with the competitors with play in uh, cost and scale, because the company was very big at the time and it can be easily to scale, and they will win the competition with the competitors at the time. And as I said before, the structure was very centralized for the family and stable and have a conservative culture, right? And for many years, as I said before, the company works so well. They make a good income, good profit, but there is something that the CEO thinks they need to change, because sooner or later, if they don't make any innovation, I think they will be lost the competition with the competitors, because at the time, maybe in early the 21st century, when the internet becomes so wide of the world, they have no chance if they don't make a bold innovation. So in 2000, the CEO Richard Stone made a bold move. He finally made the bold move by acquiring Finch Technologies, a small biotech company led by Jim Billings. That later, James Billing became the CEO and president of the company. So the purpose why Richard Stone acquired Finch Technologies, because he want to invest excess capital from the mature business, and the second is to create new growth opportunities, and the third is to enter higher technology water solution. And later, this Finch Technologies become solution division from the Stonefinch. That this division, which operated very different from the water production division that Ali Saunders lead. The differences was very clear because if in water production division they are so slow, they are like very safe, not having much innovation, but in the solution division, which is led by Jim Billings, they are very R&D oriented, innovation driven, and more experimental. So they so dynamic. They move so fast to get the new things for their customer. From this point, Stonefinch had two very different division. The first is water production, and the second is the solution division. As I said before, that very different. The first one, the water production, was very slow, and the team even said that they are like domestic birds. And the second one, the solution division, was like a falcon. And not take too much from 2000, exactly in 2004, Jim Billing was appointed as president and CEO, and the board chose him because his entrepreneurial mindset, and his career vision, and how his willingness to take risks. And when Billings was appointed as a president and CEO, he wants to build entrepreneurial culture, attract ambitious and innovative talent, and move away from a slow and seniority based culture like happened in the water production division. So at the time, soon after Jim became the CEO and president, he faced problem because some of their best engineers want to quit the company to make their own startup or joint venture. And instead of losing them, Jim Billings make offer to make these best engineers to stay in the company. But I think the offer was too risky because Jim Billings offer 80% and to 20% share division. I mean 80% owned by Stonefinch and 20% owned by internal founders. And the offer is to make this good engineer to stay at the company, and they will get the shares from the company like a 20%. It's a very, I think it's a high of amount of shares. There is that not too much people in this 20% of shares, so it will be very high part of the company if they make it. But the goal was to create an innovation from the pipeline and then offer startup like incentive and retain corporate control. And at first this model works pretty well, but the cost was very high because they need to invest like $139 million and most of this money was from the first division. I mean, was from the water production division that Ellie Saunders led. And I think it's not wrong if Ellie Saunders says that her division is like a piggy banks or a cash cow, because if later I will show you the data that show show how water protection make very high money, a lot of money, rather than the second division. In this case was the solution division. And before we go into that data, we will continue to review the story, right? The story of the company. So after this move, the company culture becomes so fragmented, and the first division, the old people, the old workers, outside these engineers felt so neglected. So the manufacturing felt neglected, and the solution division looks so elite, and the coordination between this division was suffered. And it's really hard to make a coordination at the time. Then I will show you the data from Exhibit 1. Yeah, the Finch income statement from 1999 until 2003. Yeah, this data is we start from 1999. It's from the sales. The water products had make $724.7 million, but the solution division was only make $152 million, and the total sales from these two division was $876.8 $1 million. And it's significance, it's really significant, the differences between the water product and solution. And next to 2000, yeah, in 2000 the water products make sales like $753.3 million, and the solution division just only make 194.8, not even get 200. It's very still significant gap. And at that year they make total sales for $948.1 million. Move to 2001, the water products still leads with sales of $782.5 million, but the solution division only make $245.4 million. And the whole sales from these two division from 2001, the company made like $1 billion, and 2000 $1,027,000,000.9. And in 2002 and 2003, still the water products lead from the sales, and the gap is like almost $500 million. The difference, the gap from these two division, and it makes sense if Sally Saunders call her division as cash cow, right? Because the differences was very significant, but the solution division, they act like they are the hero, they are the main character, they like a golden boy, that favorite boy from the parents or something like that. I can feel what the workers from the first division felt, because they are after that subsidiaries models, some of the solution initiative engineers who get 20% shares, they become very rich, but the contribution from for the company not that much, because from the data from 1999 and 2003, they are still uh, behind the water product. But it's not too coherent, because I yeah, we should look from the years after 2004, because the subsidiaries company start from that year. So let's see how the 2004 and forward from the cells. Yeah. So here the exhibit 3, the income statement from Finch from 2004 until 2008. So after these subsidiaries models, the water production, they make the sales in 2004 for $880.7 million, and the solution division was only make $445.3. Even after these subsidiaries models, the solution division still left behind, and almost half from what water products made. And move to 2005, the water products still leads the sales, and with $914.9 million, and the solution division only get $541.9. Next to 2006, still water products lead the sales. They at that year they make $948.8 million, and the water solution just make $690.2 million. Move to 2007. Now the gap is not too significant, and the water products get $981.9 million, and the solution division get $914 million. And move to 2008 year. Finally, the solution can overperform the water product sales. The water products get $1,013.4 million, and the solution division get $1,291.2 million. And finally, after 4 years, and in the 5th year after subsidiaries models, the solution division can outperform the the water products in sales. And if we look at the sales from 2004 and 2008, both water product and solution division had the good improvement, increasement from year by year. But the point is, the solution division have a better increasement from the water products. So I think in the upcoming year, they will be more superior from water products. And I think it makes sense because the solution waters full of energy, ambitious and innovative driven workers rather than water protection. But before that year, water products feels like cash cow, right? Because the difference from the sale was too big. And also we have to review about the structure from this company. I think we will see before 2004, in 2003, we can see that the president, Richard Stone, had only 3 person under him, like a VP administration, vice president finance, and treasurer and sec to the corporate. And it's not too much of branches here, so it's fair. I think it's proportional structure, because the CEO, the president, are not too much having people directly below him. But if we look after Jim Billings take over in 2004 and he make subsidiaries models, we will see there are a lot of branches here. If I look at the chart, it's a lot of branches. You can see here, a lot of branches, and I think it's too complicated for the president or CEO Jim Billings to manage this amount of people in the structure, and just only took time to him to take the boomerang, as if I can make a metaphor or something like that from this case. He like having a good boy, his favorite child, and neglected the other people, and the tension becomes so high and peak in 2009 with that email that he got from Ellie Saunders that said there are 3 of best sales person that will leave the company, and that make Jim Billings confused and needs to contemplating what the next move that he will take. So now we have to think about filling major dilemmas. So the first is, should the subsidiary model continue, or does the company need restructuring, or should the leadership change be made? So I think from reading the article and understanding the article, I think it's kind of hard to give Jim advice, because he's a good leader outside the controversial of the decision of the models that he made. uh, we have to know that he was a good leader, and how his growth mindset and how his willingness to take risks. But I think we can criticize uh, from that models that affect the fragmentation from the company. And I think he should restructure the organization to more proper and not include too much the people under his hand, under his his structure of the organization. He can reduce branches from that and become more simple but proper. And now about he should the subsidiary model continue? I think if it's yeah, I think he can continue the models, but he can change the offer that will have a good policy, both from the old workers, the old employee and the young employee. He has to make a new model that fair to both kind of uh, workers, because when the others feel so neglected, I think the company will facing a really bad problem. The company will be collapse. So he had to think about remodeling the subsidiaries model, maybe from the how he offer the shares. Maybe he can reducing, or he can make a new policy that give the old employee chance to, rather than only the best engineers. And should the leadership change be made, I think that it yeah, if he had to more be thinking about the other division, rather than focus on only one division, because the water production is originally uh, developed from the water products and waste water product equipment. So think that's it for today. And see you for the next articles. Good night.